Thank you very much for agreeing to this and inviting us in. I appreciate that.
Of course.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to tape it on my
Yes,
cell
of
phone.
course.
They said that was, it's going to be easier
And
for
I'm
me.
recording it too on camera.
And I'm sure the jail's recording it too.
Of
Just so
course,
you know.
They record everything.
Yes, I'm afraid we know that.
They said that I have gender identity issues.
Right, and then you were
So,
afraid to share with your parents, and
Yeah,
particularly your
that's-
father.
The thing is, I did share it with them when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and it was kind of quickly beaten out of me, you know. I don't know. I told them what I wanted to be, you know. I say I question my identity. It's more of a recent thing that I question. When I was younger, I knew exactly who I wanted to be. I wanted to grow up and be a woman there. But when I told my mother that, she told my father, and then the both of them kind of, sat me down, told me no, and kind of physically forced into me that was not something that was acceptable.
You were 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yes.
So I take it you didn't try that for a while.
And I never told my brother about it because of fear of what he would do as well, because that's the way my parents had reacted, so. She was kind of overly affectionate, to put it, when I was about 14 years old or so. And she, I came home from school. My father he might have been deployed, or he was at one of his club functions now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's been in a motorcycle gang for however many years now. He was. And my mother got home from work, and she just kind of started with a hug and a kiss, and she took it too far, you know.
Did she sexually molest you?
Yes.
So you were 14,
Just about, yes.
and then what happened after that? Did that happen again, or?
Yeah, it continued on, not on a weekly basis, but it was often, and it continued until I was about 16 or so.
And you never told your dad
No, because
or your brother?
No, didn't there. As the, interview and everything will show, my mother had hugged me,
Mm-hmm.
and I had not told anyone what she had actually said to me. She hugged me and she whispered into my ear, "Do you want me to make everything better?"
Mm-hmm.
And that just kind of, I think that was, the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, because I must have been having a nightmare of, all the things that had happened to me up till then, and I don't remember before most of it happened.
Okay.
I remember vaguely going to bed, and then my next memory is I was, as I said to Dr. Bader and I believe the interviewer, but not the interviewer, the detectives, I said to them that my first recollection was me sitting on the edge of my bed, just just holding my knife, shaking, and just a tone going through my head.
And this was afterwards?
Hmm?
This was afterwards?
No, this was before, and then the incident happened.
Okay, your mother said this to you, and you were sitting on your bed with the
No,
knife?
I was sitting on my bed,
Okay.
and then my mother said it to me, and
Okay. So she came in your room?
yes.
Okay. I see. This was a knife your father had given you?
My brother.
Your brother had given you, Christopher had given it to you?
Yeah.
And there was some tradition Christopher said about giving knives in the family. Was that some kind of
I mean, I liked collecting knives. I was always, fascinated with the sort of, it's not antique weaponry, I suppose.
Okay.
So,
Is what?
That was set me off, I suppose.
So you said the molestation took place between 14 and 16. It had stopped for a while, and you were afraid it was going to start again? Is that what you think
Yeah.
caused you to snap?
It was also with my father as well. He was just always kind of mentally abusive. He wanted to really, I guess, assert dominance there. Because on my, I remember on my 16th birthday, I was, my mother had gone to bed, my brother had gone downstairs.
On your 16th birthday?
16th birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother had gone downstairs because he lived in the basement, and my mother had gone to bed, and I was just sitting on the couch. My father was in his recliner, and he leaned over and he picked up his gun there. I didn't think nothing of it because he usually messes with his guns or puts them away, takes them out, whatever. But he stands up and walks over to me. I think that's a little weird. I then look at him, and he points the gun to my chest, pulls back the hammer, and pulls the trigger. The gun was unloaded, but I did not know that at the time. So the gun goes clack, and then he just laughs and says, "Happy birthday." Dropped out of classes because he was failing. He couldn't take the pressure. My mother found out because of a letter in the mail. My brother locked himself in the downstairs bathroom, and it was just the bathroom door was just like a little cheap plywood door there. It's the two things with the space in the middle. And my mother banged on the door a little bit and then took her foot and put 3 or 4 holes in the bottom of the door, just trying to get to my brother. Just straight up fear, I couldn't bring myself to do anything because I thought that I would incur some sort of physical wrath upon me. But it's more than that. I was always, my parents had raised me to kind of think that, family comes first. You don't do anything to make the family look bad, to hurt the family, just nothing that might, damage them or their reputation. So I figured if I came out with any of this, that it would, I'd basically be breaking code that I was brought up to live by. And that's.
So you couldn't even tell friends at school? So these reasons just accumulated one after the other, and early this morning, or that morning, things just, you snapped. Now you can tell me, I take it you've told evaluators or other people. Going forward, what do you think is gonna happen?
What do I think or what do I want?
Why don't you tell me both? What would you like?
What I would like is I go in the courtroom, plead guilty, I go to the sentencing, they hand me a cookie and a glass of milk, and they say, you're free to go. What I think is going to happen is I'm going to go to the sentencing, tell my story like I'm telling you now, and they're going to just look at me and go, bullshit, and sentence me to 55 years in prison. Actually, I had sent a letter to my brother telling him I was sorry for everything. I love him very much. I pray for him, and I would change everything if I could. And my brother wrote me back, and he pretty much said, Andrew, as you are a remorseless monster, I do not know what the point of this letter was. And I know you have no feelings of any kind. And he also said that no living God would ever accept my prayers.
But you do feel remorse.
I do. Only a monster would not feel remorse at that kind of thing. It's, I'm not happy that all of this happened. It just traded one hell for another, And I just... If I could take it all back, I would, in a heartbeat.
I'll get as much in as I can. As you know, there's no way I can write almost an
Yes.
hour-long interview. But I will try to do my best to represent your story.
Thank you.
All right? And I promised 1 hour, no more, so we need to go. And I want to thank you for signing off on that. That's not easy.
Of course.
And how are you able to do it here? How are you able to do
This
it?
little thing. I take a comb,
And it curls by itself.
curls by itself. I used to be very mad because of that, because, when my hair would get longer, it just kind of...
Yeah.
Well, it works with this, I guess.
Works with this. All right. Well, thank you for talking to us.
Of course.